So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to unbox this TV that Jill brought by. This is what he's going to use for his back box. Now it doesn't have to be 1080p or 4K or anything like that. 720p should work out just fine. But one thing that does matter, you unplug it and then plug it back in. You want that TV to have the ability to turn back on once you replug it in. So let's do the plug test. So we plug it in. Of course, it's going to be the other side. Oh, turns on right away. So that's a good, really good sign. So it's turning on like that, so that's really good. But this looks very promising. Just unplug, replug it in. As long as it turns on by itself, that's going to work just fine for a virtual pin, and it does. So that's your only requirement, 720p and up, and that it turns on like that. Basically, reason why I say that is in order to turn your whole virtual pin machine in the easiest way, looking for the right thing here. You want to get yourself one of these smart bars. So it's like an energy that has a energy saving thing. But the main thing here is, I'll just bring this closer to the camera. See how it has a master? Well, it always controls when the master's on, it powers up all the different things. So basically what we can have in here is your play field monitor, your back glass, your DMD, all that stuff, your audio, say you had a woofer or something like that, you could plug in here. And you can even plug in other power bars into one of these that can do all three at once. Just use one of the plugins and stuff like that for that. But the main thing is it's master controlled. So this thing is right here. It master controls these switches here. And that's what you want. So when you boot up your computer, you hit your computer button and it starts. It should just boot up everything all at once, and that's what one of these babies can do. They're about, I would say probably about $79, $80. 60 is a great deal. So if you do see one, 60 bucks is a good deal for now, Canadian anyway. And yeah, if you can get one with a long extension cord. So yeah. Anyway, so this looks like it's going to be the right thing. That's one thing. So the next job is to mount his TV up into his back box, which is just resting right over there.
So I got this question the other day. I'm having trouble mounting my TV myself. It's really awkward. Where do I start? This is actually pretty easy to do. In SketchUp, what I do is I draw out the TV, or you can actually download the TV from a 3D warehouse like I did right here. And then you actually place it in your back box where you want it, right? And then they have something called the measure tool here. And this is placed exactly the way they want it. And you just measure from the edge. Try and get into the edge here. From the edge to the other edge right here. And that's about, let's just say it's 28 mil. You know what I mean? Just make it round it up, whatever type of thing, and say 28 mil, right? So that's the bottom. And then at the top, you do the exact same thing. Try to get to the top. Let's go into X-ray here. Face style X-ray. And try to get to the top of it. And do the same thing. So we're looking at about 52. I'd even say 53 mil. If your TV is a mil back, it's not going to make a difference. So I would say even 53 mil for that one. Anyway, so what you want to do is you want to cut yourself some blocks. You want to cut 2 at 53 mil here and place them right there, and put your TV flat down, just like how I have it drawn here. Let's turn this X-ray off here for a second. Okay. Now, let's turn off this back box here. Back box. So right here, I've drawn these little blocks here, and I place the blocks in the 4 spots here, just like that. And then you put your back box on top. You place that on top, and then what I did was there's the 4 bolts right here. I basically put a 1x4 across, and then I put a 1/4 inch piece of plywood and I just kind of made a square thing. I'll show that a little bit later in the video in real life, whatever, how I did it. Basically, that's how I would do it. I would have it exactly set the way that it has to go, and I would just join it to the walls there, and then your TV will be perfectly placed, and you're not fiddling with it. You can ramp that TV right up the top because the TV already has a bezel here, so it's going to give you the space. I would put it right up to the top, and then it'll just be perfect or whatever. You can just put a sticker what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 1/2 inch piece of acrylic all the way up in this spot here, and then I'm just going to put a very nice decal over that, and it's going to look amazing, and you're not going to see any of this. Anyway, there's tons of ways to skin a cat, so that's just my way of mounting the TV.
It's smaller blocks on the bottom here, but the nice thing about when you use SketchUp, you can kind of go back and you can measure things in 3D space, and it makes it a lot easier, and you can be pretty exact when you do that. So I put 2 blocks here and 2 blocks here, and I actually laid down my television, or the back box, just like this, inside the television with those blocks on it. Mount this at the perfect rate. I wanted this exactly at the top of the thing, so that was easy. I want it totally at the top of the box here, so I could just push this ahead on the blocks, and then I could put it in the right spaces just because how the TV was balanced, and I knew I'd be perfectly accurate. So this is the back of the box right here. Basically have 4 M4 screws, basically a 2x2 right here, and then I just screwed in the center of this on the 2x2, and then just hit this, just getting my measurements accurate there and stuff like that, and I was able to mount this thing properly. So there's the TV mounted. Hope you learned something here. Anyway, thanks for watching.